What's fucking good, people? How we fucking doing? I really need to come up with a new intro. Say the same thing pretty much every fucking time. How we doing, guys? Hope everyone's having a wonderful Friday over here. Probably Thursday, wherever you are. Oh. You got 15 baby... How you doing, Crystal? You got 15 baby chickens, as in today. That's great news. Fucking delighted for you. How did your honey alphabet project go? That's what I'm interested in hearing about. How we doing? I'm trying to have a chill one today. I've got a fly in the morning. Oh, so you're like incubating. Is that the correct word? Oh, you're picking them up. Forgive my ignorance. Oh, thanks, Andy. I do like the name. I'm relatively happy with it. I'm a man of my word. I said I'd go with Fight Night Frankie, and this is where we are. So it's going to be Fight Night Frankie for the foreseeable future, and we'll see how it goes. I think you put up a video about it, right? I'm pretty sure you did. I saw a short come up, but I've been so busy today. I haven't really been doing anything like YouTube or haven't been on any social media or anything today. I've just been preparing for tomorrow. The problem is they smell good, sell them to little kids, and I bet they try eating them. Yeah, pretty much that's what my kid does first. He just goes, and then it's straight, chewing on it. That's usually how that goes. You're going to tune into Ngannue versus Hernan or YouTube it the next day. I'll probably watch it live. It depends on what it coincides with. I'm pretty sure the PFL are going to be too much. They're too much pussified to go head to head with the UFC. So I'm sure that I know that I shouldn't admit this, but like I usually prioritize the UFC over anything else. But if it's not running at exactly the same time, then I'll do it. How you doing, Crossover, my man? Quick shout out to Crossover MMA. Get your asses over there. Give the man a sub. He has a up and coming YouTube channel, and he's a dapper dresser, if I may say so. So shout out to my boy, Crossover MMA. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the. I don't watch a lot of PFL cards. I'll watch Bellator cards when I'm wrong because I kind of think they're okay. But with PFL, I usually just watch the next day unless there's somebody on that I really like, which is very rare because it's a shit organization. That's weird. So I think I'll probably watch that one live though, because I think Ngannou's gonna get bonged. How you doing, Westy? What's good in the hood, brother? Yeah, they definitely have more superstars. I'm not sure if they arguably have better fighters, but you know how marketing's kind of everything, and that UFC machine with ESPN is just unstoppable at the moment. And also the way that PFL does everything is just bizarre. Like if you're an MMA, if you like UFC and you're used to that kind of the way that they structure things, and you go over to PFL, it just looks second rate, and they don't look like they know what they're doing. Nice one, Crystal. I appreciate that. I know everyone on the UFC roster. I only know a few stars on the PFL. Yeah, I do know. I do know some. How you doing, Saturday? Good to hear. Good to see you here, bro. Hang on, let me just quickly pin that crossover link, so I can remind myself to refer to it every so often. I think I'm not entirely sure where it is. I'm assuming it's on in the Middle East. It will probably be part of Riyadh Decade. I appreciate that, Westy. Ryzen's better than PFL. Octagon's better than PFL. Blippy's better than PFL. Shout out to Blippy. Everything's better than PFL. PFL's garbage. PFL should be the bottom of the PFL should be bottom of the food chain. I think the fact that people see it as the second organization is fucking ridiculous. How you doing, Connors Powell? Good to see you here, bro. I don't think I'm going to be on that long today. Like I said, I'm flying to Spain tomorrow. Well, midday. I've got to leave at about 11 a.m. No more bad MMA math. Yeah, man. The chat have been hounding me for weeks now about changing the channel name, and then we put it to a vote, and they picked I don't even remember the name of the channel. Fight Night Frankie, I think it was. I'd strangle Blippi if given the chance. He is a bit noncy. I'm gonna be honest. I took him to I took my little boy to like a live show of his in London a couple of weeks ago, and he was playing along and like clapping, and then about 10 minutes in, he was just like this, and he's free, little G. I was so proud. I was so proud of that moment. Fight Night Frankie is a much better name. I think we knew that bad MMA math had to die. I'm even tired of saying it. Say what's up to Ilya when you're over there. I will do. I'll go and stalk his gym if I can. I'm gonna be in Sevilla though for most of the. Can't believe you changed it. Yeah, man. Peer pressure works, bro. Literally, when we were on stream yesterday, about 45 minutes was just people spamming new names. I was just like, fuck, I need to get this out. I need to get this out of the way. Or every single stream I have is just going to be bombarded with that shit. Shout out to Making the Walk MMA. If you haven't subscribed to him, get over there. Not a guru raid. I don't think I can handle that. I've been shot all day, mate, and I'm flying in the morning. How you doing, musical though, man? Hope things are very, very well in your neck of the woods. See, I'm off to Spain in the morning. I'm going to be in Sevilla for like 5 days, and then I'm going over to Asia for a little while. The whole summer plan thing got messed up. You should start doing political streams so you can get 150k overall views for a stream like Ronan is getting. I don't want to go down that route, and plus, I don't know fuck all about politics. I would get torn to shreds. As soon as people started going off in the chats, I would just be like, fucked. I told you, man, I'm not deep. I'm self-admittedly a shallow person. So I don't think that would work out that well for me. Okay, I won't mention it, bro. I'm gonna go live after you. Let me know what time. I'm probably gonna be on for like an hour and 15, an hour and a half max. I'm not doing like a 2-3 hour one tonight. I've just got too much stuff to do. When is the UFC president video coming out? I'm actually in the process of editing through it at the moment. I haven't even recorded my part to it as well. Yeah, I haven't recorded my part to it yet. So I'm gonna literally do that after this stream. And then while I'm on the plane tomorrow, I've got like a 2.5 hour flight. I'm gonna finish off the editing, and maybe I'll probably release it on like Monday, most likely. Because whenever I release videos on Friday, they do fucking shit. Musical, you're the big cheese, mate. You go on whenever you want. Because as soon as you go on, everyone's going to fuck off over there anyway. So I appreciate the love, mate. Other than AJ Mickey, Ryan Bader, Renan Ferreira, and Ngannue, Johnny Eblin, Cyborg, I couldn't tell you any PFL guys off the top. You've just named entirely pretty much Bellator guys, apart from obviously Renan Ferreira and Ngannue. I mean, their bantamweight division is great. They've got like Danny Sabatello, Patchy Mix. They've got Ruffion Stotts. They've got Archuleta. They've got some guys in Bellator, to be fair. They've got Leon Edwards' brother, but who cares about that? And they've also got Vadim Nemkov at light heavyweight, who's pretty much a savage. Eblin is trash. Eblin is trash. And the thing is, yeah, the whole I think he's trying to get through his contract as quickly as possible. Because the PFL merger was supposed to rejuvenate everyone's situation in all their divisions. And PFL doesn't have a middleweight division, if you can fucking believe it. That's how fucking ridiculous they are. So, yeah. Eblin's probably going to fight out. The fact that he's fighting Fabian Edwards again so soon after knocking him out tells you everything you need to know. So, yeah, man. He'd lose to Jack Hermansson. He's like, I would agree that he's like Jack Hermansson level. His striking is dog shit, and yeah, he's and his wrestling, it's good, but like it's more like a wet blanket kind of style. It's pretty shit. Didn't Nemkov go up to heavyweight? He fought heavyweight in his last fight for that PFL joint again because they couldn't find a matchup for him. But he's going to be. I think he's defending his light heavyweight championship at some point. He's the light heavyweight. He's the light heavyweight champion of Bellator still, and he definitely doesn't want to go up to heavyweight and be fighting guys like Ferreira. That guy's a monster. He definitely did in his last fight, but I don't know if he's staying there. I don't know if that's confirmed or not. I've heard that he's going to go back to. I've heard he's going to go back to light heavyweight. One championship. Karate Combat's actually all right as well, and the fact that they do live streams, their live streams on YouTube is fucking awesome. I think it's such a smart idea for a relatively small organization compared to the others. They promote themselves well. That's what I'm saying. People, if people don't have to steal that shit, they're going to jump over there. Karate Combat, I think, is going to keep climbing, and the fights are good as well. Corey Anderson is champ now over there too. Where's Corey Anderson champ? He's not champ at Bellator. Corey Anderson's going to be another nearly man. You got beaten up by Nemkov not that long ago. Romero fights are always disappointing. Romero is one of the biggest hype jobs in MMA history, mate. He's awful. He basically wings big shots. He doesn't wrestle because he gasses out. Romero is overrated. Very overrated. But Nemkov is a beast. Nemkov's really good. I rate him pretty highly. I think he's very good. It feels weird talking about MMA. Nice one. Nice one for bringing some actual MMA stuff up. AJ McKee should have went to the UFC, but Bellator signed him in his prime. Apparently, AJ McKee and AJ McKee's dad and Dana have some kind of beef, which is why that's transpired. Aaron, I think it's going to come sooner rather than later. I'd love to see Jason Jackson over there, 100%. Ramazan. There's what's that? Oh, they've got some bantamweights over there. They've got welterweights over there that are very, very good. So I think it's an inevitability. And I kind of feel sorry for Bellator because, like I said, I'm going to another live event in September. I went to the one in Dublin and it was great. I really enjoyed myself. I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed 304. Not that that's saying much. Now that the new name is settled back to MMA, it seems that way, man. It seems people are in the mood to talk about it tonight. I'm happy to have a night. Corey Anderson is the current Bellator. When the fuck did this happen? Wow. That sucks for them. He's not a terrible fighter, but he's just a bit meh. Did Nemkov relinquish the belt then? When the fuck did this happen? So he gave up the belt and went to heavyweight. I did not know that was official. I guess it doesn't matter that much. I don't think they do like pay-per-view points or anything like that, so I don't think it's going to affect Nemkov's money or anything. And he pretty much beat everyone else at light heavyweight, so who gives a fuck? Fair play. Yeah, we've got this weekend to get through. I didn't even realize yet that Spivak I forgot that Spivak and Tybura had fought before. And I've got a bet on Spivak. I think Spivak's gonna win, even though he lost the original one. I've got Spivak in my parlay. Yeah, Steve, watching Aspinall and Paddy win live, it was worth it for that alone. But the rest of the card was garbage. I don't remember the Allen fight because I was kind of Amasov's all right. Amasov's all right, but the way he got dealt with by Jason Jackson, and he did a lot of can crushing. I think he was like 24-0. How you doing, Shotty? What's good in the hood, bro? Yeah, what is officially booked for 307? Where is 307? How you doing, Hank the Tank? What's good, my man? Thanks for sending me those videos, by the way. I'm in the process of doing the editing. And you gave me a lot to work with, so I think Francis Ngannou is going to lose against Ferreira. I genuinely do. Now, Corey Anderson is former UFC light heavyweight. Yeah, I know who he is. I know who he is. He's the guy that he lost to Nemkov. He fought Nemkov for $1 million, and then there was a no contest, and then he fought him again and lost. I know who Corey Anderson is, and he got knocked out by Jan Blachowicz in round number 1 after beating him. Did you talk to Wayne Rooney at the UFC? I did not. I didn't even know he was there. I was in a weird section of the crowd where I was I was very near the front, but I wasn't near where they walk out, and I wasn't near where all the celebrities were. All I got was, like I said, some nitty cokehead behind me who just wouldn't leave me alone. Yeah, Conor and Chandler ain't happening. Yeah, I think the Pantoja and Asakura, it's looking more and more likely, especially as they booked Tyra and what's his name? Brandon Royval. So that's done now. I do think he's going to fight like he just got knocked out. I agree. The thing is, with all the personal stuff he's been going through, losing his son and all that, going over to boxing and focusing on one thing, I don't love this for Francis Ngannou. But Ferreira has very bad, making the walk. Shout out to him again. He did mention that Ferreira's takedown defense is pretty bad. So if Ngannou's smart, he's got a clear path to victory. But I think there could be surprises on that one, and I think Ngannou's going to be the heavy favorite. Sometimes I want to own a cave like Bruce Wayne. There's no reason why you can't. What would you use it for? They want to make Asakura versus Tyra. They only want to make that fight if one of them is champion. That would be ideal. So I imagine what they'll do is they'll do Tyra versus Royval, obviously, and then Asakura and Pantoja. They're going to hope that Asakura wins and that Tyra wins, and then bam, slap them together. Looking at Francis in this fight, 38 years old, 2 years out from MMA, knee surgery, brutal KO, lost to AJ, lost his son. Yeah, but maybe that might give him the focus that he needs. Get back in the gym, focus on something. If I was in the same situation, I would be looking to pile on as much as possible. That's what I would be doing. I'd be looking to focus on something. It's sad Chandler is the most exciting fighter and all the potential just wasted. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about Chandler. I think he's a little creepy weirdo. I don't give a fuck if he fights again. I find him annoying. But I get where you're coming from. I just train ninjutsu by myself and make some gadgets and stuff. I'm such a nerd. Maybe you shouldn't have said that out loud, but I can empathize with you. I get what you're saying. I think John Jones loses to half the heavy. Who do you think he loses to? To be honest, I think the only person that Francis Ngannou that John Jones loses to is Tom Aspinall. I don't think anyone else beats him. As much as I like to shit on John Jones, and I do it very often, he's still very good. And like I said, even though Gon showed some serious holes in that fight, it was a very impressive win. He made him look shit. Gon isn't shit. So yeah, that's the thing. For better or worse, Chandler's fights are bangers. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, Hank the Tank. I'm motivated, and shout out to Hank the Tank's channel as well. You really do need to get over there as well. Definitely worth checking out that content. I think Ngannou will bum rush and Ferreira will win. Ngannou, I don't know. After he got chinned, you might see the opposite. You might see a very tentative version of Ngannou. And Ferreira is very imposing. Like, that dude is massive. He's like, what, 6'7"? That would not be a good idea. We saw Ryan Bader try to do this. I mean, I know Ryan Bader's shit, but he tried to bum rush Ferreira and got fucking annihilated. So I'm sure that they'll be looking at that. Michael Chandler is the new Ted Bundy. I'm telling you, it's on the cards. I'm keeping and you heard it here first. I said it like about 6 months ago. Nah, I think Pavlovich lost to Volkov, bro. You got. How you doing, Smelly Fingers? Good to see you here, bro. Yeah, fucking Pavlovich lost to Volkov convincingly. I know Volkov is decent, and in fact, I like Volkov a lot, but you can't tell me that somebody loses to Volkov and then they lose to John Jones. John Jones is one of the greatest fighters of all time. I know he's a cunt and he's ruining the sport right now, but he's very good. I think he beats everyone apart from Tom. And the reason why I say that is just because Tom's very, very well-rounded and he's big. Whereas Volkov is he's decently well-rounded, but not as well-rounded as John Jones. And Pavlovich is very one-dimensional. If you just stay away from his right hand, you're laughing, and he gasses too quickly. Westy is around my age. If you can remember my age, then you can remember Westy's age. They found out that Pavlovich doesn't understand what a teep is. The thing is, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Volkov obviously has trained with him many, many times, and he wouldn't have taken that fight if he didn't know what his weaknesses were. And I think Pavlovich was thinking, "Oh, I had the better hand. You know, I was getting the better hand of that situation." And he, yeah, man, he was obviously incorrect. I was really glad that Volkov won that match, and I picked him as well. Most people were picking Volkov. John was good, but he's been inactive, and some of his last fights have been lackluster. Yeah, but even a lackluster John Jones, heavyweight MMA is shit. Shit. So he beats most of them. I just see the way John Jones threw punches at Gane. Dude would have paid for that sloppiness if Gane wasn't so respectful. Possibly. But the thing is about Gane as well, is Gane's kind of one-dimensional as well. He's basically a striker. If you're a heavyweight and you're decently well-rounded all round, you can do very well. How you doing, Paradox? What's good, my man? I still need that video from you, Paradox. Hint, hint. I'm in the editing process right now. So get on it, sir. What gave you the impression that Westy was older? Guys, that's the thing. If you're morbidly obese or a big dude, you usually do, especially in America, you do things like American football or whatever. You don't really fuck with like. Yeah, Tom probably would do really well in rugby, but there's no money in rugby. There's even less money in rugby than there is in MMA, which is a startling thing to say because there's very little money in MMA. Gane's respectful, but he's a pussy. He's a respectful puss, is what Gane is. He's a coward. And he seems to think that every time he wins a fight after losing a title fight, he can automatically get another one. So he can lose a title fight, win another one. It's like he feels like he's permanently up there. And his dancing's weird as well. And he's French, so fuck him. The pearl clutching prude. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I used to like Cyril Gane, but then again, he started talking, and it's funny how when people, you like them when they're fighting. Israel Adesanya is a blatant example of that. You enjoy the fighting, and then they start talking, and you're like, oh, fuck this guy. Alexander, yeah, he was a pro, and he was like a 205 rugby player, which is crazy because that dude's a midget. I've seen him in person. I've been like literally 6 people away from him. He's like here to me. He's a very short dude. It feels nice for me to be able to say that. Oh yeah, I forgot about the back of the head things. Yeah, that's a good point. I did forget about that. That is fucked. Stevie, that is actually my dream. That was my one wish for this year. That Stipe bongs out Jones. It would just be the perfect way to end the year. I know you were referring to Westy. Most of Izzy's fights aren't fun either. He hasn't been fun since he became champion, bearing in mind like one or two performances. The Costa one was good. That was probably the most recent fight he had that was decent. The rest have been dog shit. Yeah, 215 pounds. Yeah, I figured he was around, but even that, man, it's crazy. Like Brutally would tell you, Brutally was literally standing next to the guy, and he should not be 205 pounds. He is short. He's 5'4". He's not 5'6". He looked 5'4", and he was wearing like, quite high shoes. He is a midget, which makes everything he's done in the sport all that more impressive. Yeah, the Costa one was drunk, but then the thing is that the Costa win aged really badly as well, because Costa's basically been slapped out by everyone since then. I mean, Costa's fun. I love Costa, but he's shit as well. He's just a slugger. What do you think of DDP versus Izzy? I think Israel's going to beat him, and I really don't want that to happen. I think DDP is going to come swinging in like a mongoloid, and he's going to get chinned. That's what I think. What's going to happen? That's what I think is going to happen. Westy's definitely no prude. Too slow and too retarded. Who's this? You talking about Gone? Sorry, I've lost you, bro. Are you talking about Gone? Oh, do you mean or do you mean Stipe? Stipe can't even walk right. We saw him walking out at the pay per view. Yeah, I'm wondering if he was playing up to that though. Like he came out in the old man cap, you know, those Londoner fucking chimney sweeper caps that we used to wear back in the day, the grandpa caps we used to call them. I think he was deliberately playing up to the I'm an old cunt. So he might be who are we kidding? He's fucking old. John Jones is going to batter him. But then what they need to do is, like I said, they need to put Tom and Alex on the same card. And literally after Tom wins, he needs to throw down the belt and say, I don't want this piece of shit anymore. John Jones, Stipe, I want you. So at least if John Jones retires, which I don't think he's going to do, that's what we need to see. Costa was never the same after being defiled by Izzy. It's true, but also if you look at a lot of his wins were scrappy. He's not really somebody who knocks people out, and he even struggled. Like, his most impressive win was Romero, and it's Romero. Romero is not that good as well. Romero is very one-dimensional, so I don't know. I don't think Costa was ever that good. As much as I wish he was better. Yeah, there's something to be said for small but mighty. Now that you know how tall Volk is, honestly, I think it is the most impressive thing because he's fucking. But mind you, I imagine if they're saying that Frankie Edgar's 5'6" or 5'7", or he's probably 5'4" as well. So maybe Frankie Edgar's is more important. I think they glaze everyone's heights. I don't know why they would do that. But what Volkanovski did during his run was amazing, especially with the size. He looks small, like shoulder for shoulder, even. Like I wouldn't. He's not like significant. Like he's not significantly wider than me at all, which ain't something to. Which is an embarrassing thing. I can tell you now. I'm way more excited for Cannonier versus Baralho than for DDP versus Izzy. No way, bro. DDP versus Izzy is the most. Even forget the fight itself. The fight itself might be terrible. I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be a great fight, but just for whoever wins it, it's going to be important. So the tension's going to be crazy. The tension leading it up to the fight is going to be crazy, and whoever wins it is going to be it's going to be important. Let's play nice, boys. Man, if the UFC allowed Aldo to fight Edgar at lightweight Aldo got fucked over the most by the UFC because that was during an era where they didn't want people to hold two belts, and obviously they let the Golden Boy Conor do it. But it should have been Aldo should have been given the chance to fight at lightweight, and he would have beaten the fuck out of Edgar. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about as well, Aaron. I think Izzy is going to win as well. I literally predicted it at the start of the year. And I love DDP. He's one of my favorite fighters. He's not the most technical, but he's fun to watch. He's fun. DDP never fails to have a fun fight. And that's what I'm kind of hoping for. I hope he draws Izzy into a fun fight where he puts pressure on him. And hopefully Dricus's chin can hold up. Because Izzy just kind of like tricks people because he looks like a fucking rake. Because he looks like a beanpole. I think people get in there with him and they think, this guy can't knock me out. And it's more the fact that he catches you when you're not expecting it and just dusts you. Thankfully, DDP has the MMA Guru interview insurance that will help him out. Yeah, isn't it? Doesn't he have like every time Guru interviews somebody, they win? We need that to come through. But now that he said it, has he broken the curse? That's the problem. The positive curse. Edgar's wins over Gray Maynard were so impressive. Maynard is an 800-pound gorilla. Yeah, Maynard looked huge in there. And those fights were amazing. The Gray Maynard and Frankie Edgar fights are up there in some of my favorite UFC fights of all time. Like, they were wars. Frankie was getting slapped around like a pinata for a lot of those fights and just kept... The tenacity in that man was crazy. Also, Silver, you're right, Shotty. Silver would have been light heavyweight champ as well. Definitely. I couldn't agree more with that. They both could have gotten 3 belts. Yeah, that's the thing. The UFC is only going to let certain people do. It's a different time we live in now. When the boob grows, you're in trouble. Yeah. Yeah. That titty is growing back, you got to say. I really think Israel's going to beat him, and I think it's going to be relatively quick as well. I think he beats him in the second round. I can see his fight going with DDP going the same way that it went with Costa. Yeah, Frankie got 10-7 in round 1 and still went to a draw. Well, he didn't get RIP Cage. How you doing, Cage? I just got that and I was like, who? As in, like, I know who you are in here, but, like, I thought we were talking about somebody outside of the chat. But there weren't any 10-7s back then. Was that even scored a 10-8? Surely it must have been. Izzy hasn't taken a photo with his right arm down, and we know why. He's not going to be able to hide. He's not going to be able to hide it on fight night, though. Remember, Aaron, we shouldn't make fun of it because it could be cancer. Remember when the prick said that? Yeah, if the fight happened today, it would have been stopped. It definitely would have been stopped. He was getting annihilated. The thing is, though, he was never, like, completely out of it. He was popping up, but it's not Cage. I think it's a relative on his account. This is obviously some law that I'm not aware of. So RIP to Cage if that's actually... You can never take anything at face value in here. But RIP to Cage if that's a real thing. Izzy is a terrible promoter of breast cancer awareness. All the best ever. He kind of just left it out there, and then this is the thing. He should have been torn to shreds for that. Because as soon as he alluded to it and then just left it out there and then didn't follow up on it. Imagine it like most fighters. Oh, Cage got in a fight and passed away. Damn. Yeah, comparing himself to this is what I mean. If that had been anybody else, they wouldn't have gotten away with that shit. It's scummy. Oh, got you. It's Cage's little brother. Welcome, Cage's little brother. Shout out to you, brother. No, rest in peace to your brother. Very sorry to hear that. That's terrible. Yeah, but like he should have been raked over the coals for that. Any other fighter would have been. It's good to have you here, bro, and you're always welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I have seen your name pop up in a lot of chats, and I know you're very popular in the community. And I'm sure, like I said, you're very welcome here. And like I said, rest in peace, bro. Maynard won round 1 10-8, by the way. Yeah, I think that's the most you could get in MMA at the time. I don't think 10-7s existed back then. The favelas relate to me. Like I've said this multiple times there. Izzy's biggest mistake in his entire career was saying words in public. He should have never fucking spoke. And he would have been amazing if he just let the fights do the talking. There's a video that who the fuck was it? It was one of those guys who came out of MMA Gurus chats. Shit, I can't remember the dude's name. He made a video about Israel Glass Cannon. Let me see if I can pull it up. Hang on a sec. And the video got taken down, and he re-uploaded it. This hands down is oh shit! Now I can't find him. Hang on a sec. Sorry, boys. Give me a hot second. There he is. Oh shit! I clicked on the wrong one. Let me just pull this up real quick. This is one of the best Israel Adesanya hate videos I've ever seen. I'm sure some of you have stumbled on it, but I'm going to throw it up in here anyway. Yeah, no, the it was a re-upload of the previous Israel video that he did before. It's the why everybody hates Israel Adesanya video. It's a really well done video. I highly recommend that you check it out, especially if you're somebody who's not too fond of Izzy, which is pretty much everyone in here. Yeah, good username as well. We could have had him around in the fucking chat when things got picked out. We're going with Fight Night Frankie though, and it's going to be that way for the foreseeable future. The funny thing was, like, I literally lost like 5 subs overnight after I changed it to Fight Night Frankie because I imagine people were looking down their list and they were like, "Who the fuck is that?" Or they just realized, or they just unsubscribed because I'm shit. Could have been for either reason, but it was a bit too coincidental for me. I think there was a yeah, it was awkward, and I'm glad that it's gone and that we've moved on, and that the community was involved. Of yeah, I didn't see any of the Guru exposed videos, but I know that there was some tension there. You know what this community is like. Wasn't he somebody that was in MMA Guru's chat quite a lot as well? Because I'm pretty sure I saw him around in there. I did see the brutally honest video. It was brutally honest has been on a roll lately. Like he did his crazy hot chick one. I think it was the day before yesterday, and then the MMA Joey one was good. I've seen musicals been torching MMA Joey recently as well, and I always enjoy that. I always love a bit of MMA Joey hate. The fucking contrary dickhead. My girlfriend doesn't want me to change to musical. What's the issue with it? That could be, yeah, that would. I'm not sure that it's worth like relationship tension. And you seem to be on a really good thing there, so you don't want that to be the what started the downfall. Do you know what I mean? That's some BS. Crazy hot matrix. That's it. I can't retain information at my age. I understand Joey's point, but I think a lot of people misunderstood that tweet, including myself. Joey, I put Joey in the same category as that Kenny Okoji cunt. Like he's either contrary on purpose or he has very very annoying opinions. He just is that person. And either way, I find him insufferable. Joey's point was people were angry Aliskarov got a jump up for free, but it doesn't work because of Robert's reputation. I mean, it's a fair point to make, but the thing is, yeah, the reason why it still counts as like a really good win is because it was a short notice fight for both of them, and everyone was sucking off Aliskarov before that fight. Everyone was. I said that I maintained the entire week that Aliskarov was not that good and that Whitaker was free money, but it was a short notice fight for both of them. And obviously Whitaker had been preparing exclusively for Robert, which is sorry for Hamzat, which is obviously a completely different fight. So he deserves all the credit in the world for it. And Robert's being very, very smart taking that Hamzat fight now. Because Hamzat's probably going to pull out again. And even if he doesn't, I think Robert beats him. I think Robert beats the fuck out of him. She doesn't like the one in the name. The one in the name is what makes it fucking what it is, though. It looks good. Are there people that have a very similar musical sort of variation in their channel name? It sounds like Cage's brother is an MMA fan. Of course he would be. The crazy thing is that he has a fan base that agrees with him. That's the wildest thing about all of this to me. The one thing that I can say about MMA Joey is he's doing very, very well. He's doing. I don't understand it. I'm not, but I'm never gonna shit on anyone's. I'll shit on his opinions all day long, and I'll shit on his cholesterol level all day long. But I can't shit on the guy's success. If anything, the fact that he's a fat tub of goo, yeah, that has horrible opinions, and he's as successful as he is kind of impressive to me. Because everything about him should say failure. but he does very well. Was that a compliment? I guess it was kind of a backhanded compliment, whether that success is at gunpoint or not. I mean, to be fair, like I said, the guy's consistent. He's built up a community, and we know what that can be like. I mean, how many of us are creators in here? And we know how important that community base, and he just happened to build up a good community base. Did you see James Lynch and Joey had a big falling out? I heard about it. I didn't really get into it because I thought it was stupid. I think MMA Joey tries to be contrary on purpose, but it's just an unsettling way to get popular. Fair play to him, though. He's killing it. The thing is, Jax, I don't think he's doing that. I think he's really like Kenny Okoji, where he just has these awful opinions. I don't think he's playing up to it. I can understand why you would think that. I'm not completely throwing it out, but I genuinely think he feels that way. It's just who he is. It's who he is. They used to be good friends and were on each other's channels before. What was the beef about? I was again. The only reason why I didn't look into it is I was kind of surprised because James Lynch is quite a respected journalist to some extent. So I thought it was strange that he was getting down in the muck and having like beef with a YouTuber. It seemed kind of lowbrow. Hank, are you monetized yet? I assume that you are because you're over 1,000, right? And I assume those watch hours are good. He probably is very annoying naturally with terrible opinions, but plays it up for YouTube to be the ultimate wind-up merchant. Yeah, I mean, that's what YouTube is. YouTube is basically like, and Musical knows this as well. How you doing, Cheddarhead? Good to see you, bro. Did you get my invitation on Xbox Live? Or are you just fucking mugging me off, mate? Not yet. Watch hours are shit. You'll get there, man. You'll get there. The lives like definitely help. Like I've got the watch hours, but I don't even think I can. I'm not sure if I can monetize or not. I got sent an email about it, but like I said, I've said this before. I'm waiting to get to 1,000. The watch alongs are the ones that crank up the hours because I was talking to Jax about this before, and it's the same thing for any MMA creators out there. I think you've got to reach a certain amount of watch hours for people who's ever planning on getting into it. And doing lives is the best way. Because if you're, like I said, if you're online for 2 hours and you have 20 people watching who watch for the whole thing, do the math. And you do it a couple of times a week, you're laughing. I'm not sure what your name is on Xbox. It's Bad MMA Math, you mongoloid. The fuck? I'm pretty sure it was you. Like, do you have like 6? You only have like a couple of Xbox friends here. It's like 6 or 7. I'm not outing you because I've only got one, and it's Aaron Tats. My watch hours are getting lower. It's like Mandem are unwatching my videos. I would say your popularity is going up though, bro. And I think you're onto something as well with that UFC AI stuff. I thought that was cool. Making characters of people and getting them to come over and watch themselves get fucking head kick KO'd. I got battered in that one. It was entertaining though. I enjoyed it. And I think everyone did. I beat Aaron Tats the other day, but the judges robbed me. If you're having a close fight with with Aaron, then I'm fucked, mate. Because Aaron is good. But then again, I'm very, very bad. Yeah, crossover. I'm on PS5 as well. So yeah, just send me a message on Discord and I'll add you. I don't really online game that much, but I'm always down for whatever. Frankie, you had 0 chin, pretty much, and that's not true. That's not true to real life. The one thing I do have is a chin. I'm not a good fighter, really. You know, I'm all right, but I've got a very good chin. I've never been dropped. I've lost fights, but I've never been dropped. So obviously the game is bullshit. And by the way, yeah, I didn't appreciate the love handles, mate. I did appreciate the ass because my ass is like a fucking pancake. So I appreciate the ass, but I didn't appreciate the love handles. And what the fuck was going on with that white t-shirt? Sort it out, mate. I got beat up, but I think it looked cool. Your fight was fight of the night. I think it was your fight with Hank the Tank, wasn't it? Did you fight Hank the Tank? Oh no, you fought MMA Joey, right? I forget. It was a good fight though. Yeah, it was kind of anticlimactic. It was fun though. Musical MMA got sold to the Shadow Room for like an hour at his prom night by Phil Mitchell, if you know the story. Bro, if you saw Paradox's live stream on that, nobody got a worse beating than me. Like I saw, no, it was Dougie. Dougie Hank was fighting tonight. You fought Joey. I think it was the second rounder. I think it was whoever Hank the Tank fought in the second round. He fought MMA Guru. That was the fight of the night. Frankie, do you have a cobra as your logo? I do, bro. Because I'm a fucking snake. I'm a snake in the grass here. I'm overturning your fight due to an early stoppage. Dougie's fight due to a back of the headshot. And Musical's fight due to obesity. You will all feature in the Chad Olympics too. I'm glad I get another crack at a whip. I do need to have more. By the way, the hairstyle was very interesting. You gave me like a mohawk and like a very long ponytail. I've got quite a short ponytail back here. But it looked all right. I will never win a fight unless you reveal my my sleeves. I need my sleeves on there. I need to be tattooed up. Yeah, Hank versus Guru was fight of the night. That was a good fight. It was a lot of fun. Pazza, you should do a league instead so we get to fight everyone. That's not a bad plan. In fact, we should probably take it a step further. Yeah, and we've got to get to the stage here where we're actually doing, you know, people jump on and fight as their own character, because then the stakes go way up. Like everyone makes their own character, they jump on, and then we do like a live thing. But then Paradox needs some more of them donations so he can get that that PS5 or that Xbox upgrade. I'm also gonna make Dougie black. Dougie's hair was amazing. You gave Dougie like the sniff hair, which was quite funny. I thought my favorite looking character on that was Musicals. The threads that Musical was wearing was just it was amazing. Musical was the best, was the most true to life character I thought. The most accurate. I think I have UFC 5. We should get it up and running. Like I'll have to buy like a version on PS5 because I've only got the Xbox version, but I'm willing to do that. You can get a secondhand copy for like 20 quid now. No one gives a fuck about that game. My only created character is Benito Mussolini. No, it's for the latest one. Yeah, 4 came after 5 Musical. That's how that went down. You know, a lot you can't do crossplay anymore. Not in the new gens, you can't do that. Oh, you've only got a PS4. That sucks, bro. My PS5 probably has a fucking spider's nest growing in it at this point. I haven't touched it in like a year. Is this what I'm saying? Guru probably has an unhealthy amount of creator characters. And what did she do with him in The Sims, if you don't mind me asking? Gave him a boyfriend, yeah? Sims was fucking amazing back in the day. I fucking love Sims. I need the donos because Adobe has robbed £80 off me. Did you not unsubscribe to it? Adobe is fucking expensive, man. It's like $400 a year. How you doing, D-Half? Good to see you here, my man. Yeah, it's Fight Night Frankie from now on, man. So spread the word. Or don't. Like, I mean, who gives a shit? The logo's still there. She set up a stream. No, she didn't. What, you just kept getting him to return to like the streaming desk over and over, yeah? Just had like a bed, a fridge, and a fucking streaming desk. That is fucking sick. That is sick. I love that. I'm sure the thing is, yeah, I'm sure if he heard about that, yeah, he'd really appreciate it as well. It's a shame he didn't turn up to Paradox's stream to see himself, and Dougie's stream as well, to see himself scrap, because I think he would have enjoyed it. I'll take a loan off your PS5, mate. You might as well at this point. I'm gonna get myself down to I'm gonna take. By the way, when you say a loan, do you mean a loan and then I never see it again? I imagine it would be that kind of situation. I was thinking of buying one of those slim ones anyway. So I guess we can talk about it. Maybe when I come down to Brighton, I'll bring it with me. It's kind of just decoration in my it's kind of just decoration in my living room now. Yeah, a UFC 5 tournament would be sick. The thing is, yeah, it's the whole like Xbox PS5 thing. Like people are split. Let's go Cox. That would be it. I didn't know you used to do game streams. I've very rarely played games online, which is kind of embarrassing. I'm kind of a loser, bro. I played like a lot of like one play. I never even used to buy multiplayer games or like online games. I never used to buy them. I'm a solitary gamer, mate. Can't do them on my PS4. My controller is too old and the audio is terrible. I don't even know how to set up a I don't even know how to set up a game and stream. I got no idea. I assume you can do it directly on your console, right? Like you don't have to do it, and you can just set up your. I'm assuming that's how it works. But I've never done that. I'd definitely be down for it though. There's enough of us here where we could do it. Fucking Aqua Frank. So yeah, I am gonna be like, I'm probably still gonna be around, but like I said, I'm going to Spain tomorrow. So yeah, Guro donated me once to do an entire Warzone game, but as a Down syndrome person, and he made a community post pretending I was Downs, and no, he didn't. Did they really get behind it? Yeah, that is fucking hilarious. I'm in Spain for 5 days. I'm going to Sevilla, and then I'm going. I was supposed to go to Germany and then to Italy, but those plans got scrapped at the last minute. So I'm going to Spain for 5 days, and then I'm coming back on Wednesday, I think Wednesday or Tuesday, and then I'm going to Asia. So I'll be there for a little while. I'll see how it goes. I'm gonna try and get back to the. I'm gonna see if I can get back to the Lumpini Stadium and do something there because I want to do like a one Bellator UFC comparison video at some point, like of the lives. That's the stream Cage started watching from you musical. That's really sick, and it's good. It's good that you're on here and continuing that on, bro. He 100% did. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why I doubted it for a second. I don't know what I was thinking. Go to one at Lumpini. I'm not sure if there's a one on during because they're not in Thailand every week. The fight nights are usually on in Thailand, but um, damn, can't believe Kate. See, that's musical. It makes it. That's what I'm saying. It makes it what you're doing seem even. I'm sure it feels worthwhile anyway, but stuff like that obviously makes it feel more worthwhile. Frankie, what's the greatest piece you've ever read that sticks out in your mind? Why you traveling so much? I've just gotten by a greatest piece. Can you just clarify on that one? I want to make sure that I know what you're talking about before I answer that question. I've just got time on my hands. I've got time on my hands, and England sucks, bro. Haven't you noticed that people are beating the fuck out of each other these days? I need to get out of Dodge, mate. To be fair, if the Rona didn't happen, I'd still be in Asia right now. I would have never moved here. I would have never moved back here, and I would have never started a YouTube channel. I would still be in China now, probably still working. That's probably what I'd be doing, to be honest. I've noticed I'm not even going to say what I was going to say. Um, what's Little Sims? What have I missed? One Friday fights are the best. They are. I'm determined to see them live, and I'm determined to take a shot at Stamp Fairtex. I'm going to take a crack. Who is Little Sims? You see what I mean? We're talking about music now, and I'm fucked. I'm like treading water, and I'm about to drown. I heard people in the UK don't drive because they can take the train everywhere. That's true in London. In London, Musical will tell you this as well. He probably knows. I'm sure you spent a bit of time in London. There's no point in driving in London. You don't fucking move. And the public, the public, what do you call it? Public services there for like transport are really good. You can get trains, buses every 2 minutes. Mostly trains. It's just quicker way to get around. And if you're driving a car in London, you're basically paying all kinds of shit. You're paying like congestion charge. You're paying. It's just not worth it. We have to drive central. Yeah, don't even driving into basically. So where I live, yeah, it takes like an hour and 20 minutes to get to London to drive from. And then when I used to go to where my mum used to live in Southwest London, it used to take me another hour and 40 minutes to drive through London. It can take like an average of an hour and 20 to an hour and 40 minutes to drive 6 miles in London. How you doing, Armsby? How you doing? How you doing, my Newcastle brother? What's the story, Frank? How you doing, Rob G? Good to see you, my man. How you doing, Mini Ace, Titan Fight Club? I didn't even realize. How you doing, Sven? I didn't even realize that ITP was on tonight. Good to have you all here. I appreciate it. How you doing, B702? We're having a very chill one tonight. There's been nothing degenerate brought up at all. It's been real sweet. We've just been talking about life. It's been real nice. How we doing, old boys? Great to have you all in here. 40 people. Fucking hell, mate. Jesus Christ. Jesus H. How we doing, old boys? Good to have you all here. Some of you may be females. I apologize for that. But great to have you all here. Feel free to speak what's on your mind. I'm not going to be here for that long because I want to stay on for like another half an hour, and then I want to give Musical a very substantial raid. So we're going to stay on for about 30 minutes. Hopefully some of you guys can hang on, sub, talk about what you need to, and then we can give Musical a nice raid because I fucking owe him at least 10. At least. Zero degeneracy stream. It's quite rare in here, to be honest. It really is. But it's very like up and down. It's either like complete filth or like really nice and chill. It depends. In it, oh bruv. My son's saying in it, bruv, and it's not good. I need to watch my degeneracy around my son. Because all my Southwest London shit slang is what, ESPN went up again. UFC has to leave at the end of the contract. Yeah, I heard about that. How you doing, Predator? Yeah, the ESPN prices have gone up again. People were complaining about that. Unprecedented chat tonight. Yeah, kind of, man. The numbers have been really, really decent lately, and I owe it a lot to ITP and Musical guys like that for just shouting me out. I need to repay the favor. Ask the like button if it's ever been fingered by a professional fighter. That is a beautiful way of asking people to like the stream. You fucking legend. And like I said, if you are new in here, subscribe to Musical MMA, subscribe to Brutally Honest, subscribe to Making the Walk, subscribe to Paradox. It's like we've got a nice little team of degenerates going on. What do you guys think of the new name as well? You liking Fight Night Frankie? Or will we be going up for a new change in like 6 weeks? I'm quite liking it. I should speak old English around him. How you doing, old chap? But then I don't want him to get beaten up at school as well. So there's watching Fight Night Frankie is a lot like riding a roller coaster. I think that's a very fair analogy, to be honest. It is quite bad. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes it's great in here, but it all depends. Like, it very much depends on the $100 a pop for ESPN. What are they thinking? What was it before? Like the stream or Bilal goes on a long title run. I'm about to get 400 likes with 32 people in here. Here's the thing, yeah. Nobody's paying that. If I was all of you, I would unsubscribe and immediately get over to mess streams and just go on there. Shout out to fucking mess streams. My son's gonna be 4 years old at the end. He's literally a couple of weeks away from being 4. How you doing, Tom Tanaka? Good to have you back. Hey, I think it was you or someone from here that offered me a subscription or something like for another channel. I have no idea how YouTube or any of that works, but that's cool. Thank you. I think if it was in ITPs, it was probably me. I need to throw musical up some memberships as well. I definitely need to do that. Where's your kid at? He's sleeping upstairs. That's why I'm not usually active during the day, because I'm usually I'm like full time with him. Bilal ain't gonna be double champ, that pussy. Bilal's talking like he's the second greatest middleweight of all time now. Yeah, he's such a great kid. He's got a little bit of a mood on him, but it is what it is. He's young, isn't it? He's young. 4's a great age though. Like he's literally 4 and he's going to school in September. So I'm a little bit freaking out. I'm a little bit worried about it, because he's a very sweet-natured kid. Like he's always going up to kids and when I take him to the park, he's always walking up to kids and asking to be friends with them and stuff. Can I get mess streams on my dumb TV? I'm not sure. Have you seen those Project Mbappe videos? You should do Project Ngannue. I haven't seen those. I'll definitely check them out though. Tony Ferguson said that, Frankie, where's your kid at? Yeah. Tony Ferguson has I'm not going to say anything mean. I always say that people are like retarded and stuff. I need to stop tempting fate, because I'm going to get into I'm going to get my comeuppance for those kind of comments. It's due to come. It's due to happen soon. Does your son have separation anxiety for nursery? He did at the beginning. So when I first took him there, he would flip out, mate. He would cling to me and say he didn't want me to, and he keeps saying, "Oh, I want daddy to come in. I want daddy to come in." And it took him like 2 weeks, but he settled in eventually. But when we took him for his first day at school, when they do like a pre-day at school, the same thing happened. And his teacher looked like a right bitch as well. He literally, like, he turned up, and then within 20 seconds, he was like, "Oh, I'll drag him in if you want." And I'm like, "No, like, first of all, don't touch my kid, you fat tart." I didn't say that, but I gave it a look. And secondly, I'm like, if you drag him in, kicking and screaming, he's gonna hate this place. And I was like, damn. He's fighting Renan Ferreira in PFL, and I think he's gonna get slapped. I've got a bad feeling. Tony just entered his prime. Yeah. I guess you could put it that way. I don't even like Tony Ferguson. I couldn't give a fuck about him. I know I've said that multiple times on him. I don't care. 6'9" roid head. I don't think he's roided. He's not that shredded. You are European. At least most of you aren't easily offended. I love how your women can freely say and accept the word cunt. It was years and years. It was decades of beating them down. The word cunt, has when I don't know, musical. Do you remember this here? When we were kids, the word cunt was like the worst thing you could say to anyone. You could say fuck and you could say shit or whatever as a kid, but as soon as you said cunt, it's like your parents would go like, "Oh my god, you've gone too far." Cunt was like the goat of insults. It was like, no, that's where you've crossed the line when you call someone a cunt. Now it's just casual. And it's just decades of desensitization. How you doing, Chris Gray? It was good, my man. Fight Night Freddy. Yeah. The change finally happened. My nana hates the word cunt. Everyone from that generation shrivels up when they hear that word. I think Tony will get to a 12-fight losing streak. I think he will. I think the UFC is going to let him. I think Dana hates him and he wants to get his brains battered in even more. The question is, I can't think of a single person that Tony could beat right now. Like, people were joking that like Pantoja should bulk up to 170 and they should fight there. I'm like, Pantoja would probably beat his ass. I'm not even saying that as a joke. Pantoja at 170 would probably kick his ass. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, Jax. You're an old school. You're like me, bro. It's like it just feels like a filthy word to say. It just does. By the way, another cunt is a fun, and I love the fact that we on YouTube now we say can't. It just feels like fucking. It just ropes in. Can I remind everyone to also subscribe to Making the Walk MMA, partner to this channel, and to Musical MMA. Musical, are you almost ready to go? Are you almost ready to go live? Because while the channel is booming right now, I need to show you some love, man. I really do. Irish people use a lot of bad language as well. My mum and dad were literally polar opposites. Like my mum was an absolute saint. She never said it. She was the kind of one that went sugar. She would never say anything like foul at all. Whereas my dad was like this is why I'm like this. Every second sentence it was like he's a cunt, he's a fucking wanker, he's fucking this. Everything was fucking. So I blame her. I blame him rather. I try not to cut. But my son swears a lot now as well. My son swears a lot. As soon as you get on Musical, let me know and we'll dive over there. You definitely need some love from my side, man. I owe you big time. The word cunt is an ear piercing swear word. Yeah, tell me, guys, what is your go to swear word? Like, what's the first swear word that comes to mind? When someone's really pissed you off, what's the first word that comes out? I've got some great Irish granddad stories. I never met my mum's dad because he died before I was born, but my dad's dad was a fucking legend. Fucking legend. He lived until he was like 80, 84, 85, and he drank every day of it. But he was like a happy drunk. Yeah, Chris, I'm going to Spain in the morning, so I'm probably bitch. Do you know what? Yeah, I think the first swear word that comes out of your mouth says. I think the first word that the first swear word that comes out of your mouth tells you a lot about who you are as a person. Douchebag is up there for me. I've got to be honest here. It's become cunt. I'm always going, you fucking cunt. And like like I said, my son's come out of it the N word if I'm alone, or the C word. Yeah, I've never been an N word guy. Never, alone or not. Are you going to stream from Spain? Yeah, I'll do one on Saturday because I think have you guys heard of have you guys heard of Fight Society? He's another MMA YouTuber as well. He wants to do some like live streaming stuff together, so we might do a watch along on Saturday, possibly. I mean, I'm not sure this would be the right week to do it, but because this card is dog shit. But we'll see. I might jump on Saturday night, or I'll definitely jump on Sunday to do my usual reaction, because Sunday's quite a nice day for me. I like dickhead as well. I like cunt. I like puss not pussy. I like pussyo and puss. If you call another man a puss, they get proper offended. Yeah, I like that Armsby as well. You know when you add like a few to it, you're like stupid little fucking cunt. You know when you add like a like layers, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. By the way, if you guys are not subscribed in here, please do me a solid, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And maybe throw up a little like on the stream. That'd be nice. I keep forgetting to remind people to do that. The N word wasn't even a cuss word for us growing up. That's what I'm saying, man. That must have been really nice. I said that to you before. It must be nice being able to throw out the N word with immunity. Lucky bastard. I'm going to Sevilla. I'm going there for five days. I've been to Madrid and I've been to Barcelona, but never to Sevilla. I hope you have a good holiday, English style. It's going to be a family holiday. I'm bringing my son with me. So it's going to be a lot of like, there's a few things that he's into that I want to take him along to. So it'll be like a very family orientated holiday. But then I'm going to Asia by myself. So that will be dope. What part of Spain? I'm going to Sevilla, which should be cool. I'm pretty amped about it, to be honest. I like Spain. I think one day I'll probably move there because it's just nice over there. They're so chill. I didn't even Bro, that's does my son support Newcastle? He does. You're right about that, Armsby. It's like I think Aaron was saying that before. It's like, you know, the words like that people use for Chinese takeaways and Indian takeaways and stuff like that. I used to use the P word quite a lot when I was growing up. You know the one I'm referring to? I didn't know it was a swear word. And as soon as I didn't know it was racist. And as soon as I found out, I was like, oh shit. I only found out when I was like 10. Sevilla sounds sick as fuck. Hope you guys have an awesome time, mate. Appreciate that, Chris Gray. You fucking Canadian legend. I'm gonna I will stream though, so you'll hopefully get to have a good look at where I am as well. They got a solid footy team. Yes, Spanish. It's a shame that their season hasn't started because I probably would have jumped over that. I probably would have tried to jump on one. I mean, football's kind of wank, I'll be honest, but whatever. It would have been worth doing there. Apparently, they got a nice ground. There is a black guy who everyone calls Choco, and he got it tattooed on his body. Why? That seems like a strange choice. Yeah, P and C words are very common here. N word, not so much. Newcastle's nice as fuck though, man. Newcastle's very racially like mixed as well. Or when I was there, that's what. But there's a lot. Yeah, it's the Pakistani word. But you know the cut in half version. I'm not proud of it. I didn't know what it meant. And there were a lot of Asians in my school, and there was an Indian guy that I was friends with for like years, and we were like joking around and stuff. And he called me a paddy, yeah. And I said the P word back to him. He's not even Pakistani, he's Indian. And he kind of laughed at it like, ah. And apparently he held a grudge about it for like a decade and a half. He was pissed. And we were friends for the entire time, but apparently the whole time he was thinking, prick. Gollywog was very common. Gollywog was very common. Again, we didn't know what it meant. So it was like, it's only one of those ones where, you know, ignorance is kind of a... I just got myself clipped, haven't I? You got me to say the G word. You fucking sneaky, can't you? I'm sure I'll survive. It's not the worst thing I've said on this channel. How much is a decent seat at a Newcastle game? The thing is, yeah, you can't buy... They've got a really weird ballot system. So I've got a membership with them. But they use a ballot system where every time there's a game on, you have to enter this they randomly pick people out. And I did it 30 times last year and didn't get one. So you've basically got a ticket scalp. So you're looking at like, for very decent seats, you're looking at 200, 250 bucks. The stadium's amazing though. So it might be worth my time. I might do it. I might just have to do it. It's just his nickname, so I guess, yeah, there's worse things. I mean, sorry, I swear I'm not a racist. Is Alan Shearer your football hero? No, not really. I tell you what, yeah, I was in Hong Kong, when I was living in Hong Kong, yeah, he did a seminar, or not a seminar, he did like a meet and greet thing where he spoke about his life and stuff for 2.5 hours. It was the most boring fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. It was so boring. He was just droning on. By the end of it, I was like, he was signing autographs and stuff. I was just like, fuck this, I'm going home. And I used to love Alan Shearer. I was like, you prick. Like, it was awkward as well because where I was sitting, I couldn't just get up and leave. How you doing, Manolette? New channel name, Northie. How's the health, bro? I hope you got the tooth sorted out and everything's well, man. I don't give a toss about color. We're all a little bit racist. I'm not really racist against like color. I'm more culturally racist in that, like, you know, when people do things that it goes against like British ways of life. So for example, when like, you know, when certain groups of people don't like queuing and they try and barge in, it just makes me fucking aggrieved with all of them. It's that kind of thing. Shearer's a dick in person, apparently. It wouldn't surprise me. Better stayed in Old Trafford, though. Chris, Old Trafford is a shithole that's fallen apart, mate. Man United fans sit there in the middle of a match hoping that it doesn't fucking rain. And it's in the north, mate, so it rains a lot. That ground is falling apart. It used to be one of the greatest grounds in the country. Now it's an absolute shithole. So it's still bad, Northie. You still need to get it sorted, but it could be better. Yeah. I know you said you could eat again and stuff, and that you need to get that shit pulled, my bro. I'm more nationally racist. That's how I described it before Cayman. It's more like geographical racism as opposed to like skin tone racism. And we're all a little bit racist. Basically, if you've got prejudices about any group of people, you're essentially a bit of a racist. I know that being prejudicial and being racist is different, but it's a fine line. I'm in the old racist way of hate just because they're black or yellow, but I can joke about race is funny. I feel like I'm friends with enough people where like the people who genuinely know me know that I can say some out of pocket shit. The thing is, you know what it's like being you got there's the Bill Burr spoke about it the most eloquently. It's that white guilt in it. Like none of my ancestors ever did things to people, but we have to take it on the chin. Our generation just has to take it on the chin. It's the way it is. I need to go down there before they tear it down. Well, you've got new owners now, so apparently they're going to patch the place up, so you should be all right. I think things will gradually improve with I mean, they seem a bit, we'll see. But stadium improvements is definitely high on their list. Sorry if this is boring some people, but we just talk about whatever in here. By the way, are you guys satisfied with the Fight Night Frankie name? Are we good with it? I'm kind of feeling it. I'm not going to lie. Hopefully, Musical, are you still here? Because I said I'd do a maximum of an hour and a half, but like while we're doing really well in here, we've got 37 up in here right now, and another 14 or 15 on Twitter. So if we could give Musical a good streaming boost, that would be sweet. As an American, I don't care what color you are. If you sound like you should be playing the banjo in an alley drinking beer, I've got some issues. It's the old redneck thing. How you doing, top of New York? Good to see you, my man. You've turned up just in time before I'm going to leave in about 5 or so minutes. I'm waiting for Musical to jump on. I'm not racist. See, Chris, that's the best way to do it. Just hate everyone. Just hate everyone equally, and then nobody can have a problem. The only people I hate are women, like generally. Not all women, but it's females that I've got the problem with. Donald Trump is the first president to have a family that has never owned slaves. Yeah. It's so crazy when that's a flex, isn't it? By the way, top of New York, yeah. Top of New York, you are a fucking legend, bro. The fact that you're going through some of my oldest, crappiest videos and you're commenting on them is warms my cockles, mate. And I really appreciate that. Sorry if I haven't got back to you today for some of them. I've been balls to the wall all day. But I will respond to all of them, and I appreciate the fact that you're taking the time to look at my embarrassing shit. I mean, it's still embarrassing now, but it was another level then. Oh, by the way, guys, before I need to give Northie a quick shout out. Can somebody put Northwest's channel in the stream? If Northie can't do it himself, subscribe to Northwest 425. If you could give some donations to this gentleman, I personally would really appreciate it. Because he's genuinely homeless, and any little bit helps. And he's going through a really bad like abscess situation in his tooth right now. So help a brother out. Get over to Northwest 425, and if you could give him a donation, I'm sure he'll be the first to say any little helps. And do a direct like PayPal thing. I will keep going through them. Top of New York, I recommend you look at the power slap video. I always shout out the power slap video as I did power slap video of making the walk. And it's the most fun I've had doing a video, other than like I really enjoyed doing the one where we did obviously the one we did with all the creators as well. That was fun. Where like ITP jumped on and Musical jumped on and other people. It was sweet. And we've got another one in the fire as well. Yeah, so if you could subscribe, and like I said, Northie is genuinely an awesome bloke. Like an awesome bloke, and he's got a fucking sick beard as well. So shout out to you, Northie, and I hope everything's well, mate. And do a direct one to PayPal, because that would be great. I mean, women are shameless, bro. Philosophically, morality is more masculine. Feminine is emotions. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, my whole life, my whole thing with women is I love them as much as I hate them. It's very, very confusing. Oh, and subscribe to Crystal as well. We basically it's so beautiful in here to this point where we literally have almost everyone in here is a creator of some sorts. Like they have some kind of YouTube channel going, and there's some kind of there's some kind of fun to be gotten out of all of it. It's different flavors. We've got crossover MMA, who's in the link. We've got brutally honest MMA. Obviously, you guys know ITP and musical or some of the fucking big hitters. Making the walk and Northie. Got loads of people up in here that are doing amazing shit. A bit devious women. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that aspect of it. I say I hate them, but it's kind of tongue in cheek, I guess. Predator, do you have a channel, mate? Or you don't? Let me see. Oh, Predator, you've got 10 subs. Do you make... I'm going to subscribe to you as well, mate. Fuck it. I think I'm subscribed to you already. There's a link to crossover channel. Yeah, it's in the... I think it's in the it's been pinned already. I need a victory cigarette, Aaron. I need to soak in the rain. So, Cheddarhead, did you beat Aaron? Did you get the rematch, the revenge rematch here? If it isn't Fight Night Frankie himself, how you doing, Captain Deadpool? We're actually on the verge of winding down a little bit. We're all about to do a musical MMA raid. We're just waiting for him to jump on. But it's good to see you here, bro. I wish you'd have been here earlier. I wish you'd have been here earlier. You're always a welcome addition. Get my boy to 20 subs. Western Mass Climber. I might subscribe to West. I'm reading. If I'm not subscribed to Western Mass Climber, I'm going to be very fucking embarrassed. That's my boy. I will subscribe to you as well, Western Mass Climber. Damn straight. We're playing college football. That explained the 17-0 thing. Is college football worth a go? Is that game actually good? Because I've heard mixed things. Yeah, Predator. If you ever decide to like start making videos, you could have a base, mate. Get a few people over there, because those Paradox will tell you, crossover will tell you, anyone will tell you, those first 50 subs are the hardest. Getting 50 genuine people who are subbing to you is tough. Have you seen me take down the... Hold on, Cayman. Do you have a fucking channel as well? Don't fuck about. Hang on a sec. Does Cayman have a channel as well? Fuck, mate. Oh, fuck, I thought you did. I was about to get real excited there. Have you seen me take down the $1,000 guy? He's so fast with his wrestling. I have seen those videos. Hang on a sec. Wait a minute. Wait a... I was about to say cotton picking minute. I was about to be... And then I fucking said it. Oh, here we go. Captain Deadpool. I will throw you some subs as well. Subscribe to Captain Deadpool. I didn't expect to be... I hear you, man. I should be... I haven't quite finished my packing yet. Like I was telling these guys in the stream earlier, I'm heading to Spain tomorrow morning. I will probably jump on Saturday or Sunday, but we'll see how things go. I've got to give my team a locker room speech. Is that part of the game as well? That sounds sweet. Giorgio. Bilal and Anik doing content, but there aren't getting any views. What a fucking surprise. I don't like John Anik as well. Giorgio, he's a beast. Is this a American football player? I'm really sorry for my ignorance, guys. I do need to make more of an effort. But I'm gonna watch the next like college football and NFL season, just so I can talk to you guys about it. I need to start adding more strings to my bow, because I do know a fair amount about NBA, but I need to step the game up. A gamecock is a rooster, apparently. Being able to slot like gamecock into your team name, I'm assuming that's a team name, is an opportunity you just cannot pass up. Anytime you can throw cock in there, you got to take it. Yeah, I've seen that wrestling guy who does the $1,000. He looks like an absolute monster. To be fair, he really does. He's the wrestler. So do you? So have who's wrestled him? Is it you, Captain? Is it you, Captain? Do you think Shara Magamedo should walk out to Fetty Wap? I don't know what that is. So yes, I do. I think he should do that immediately. Yeah, there was a time when I was watching NFL, but I kind of went off it for a bit. I haven't watched it in years. It was more when I was like a proper gambling degenerate. Like now I only bet on MMA. I don't bet on anything else. But I used to bet on everything. And that's when I started getting into like basketball and NFL, and the basketball thing kind of stuck. It's like a game pit. If it's game, it means it's been bred to fight. Ah, gotcha. What is Fetty Wap? He's a rapper. Fuck. College football games are. I've heard college footballs is more engrossing than the NFL. This is what I've heard, because apparently the fans are completely mental. Like I usually see a lot of those videos where college football fans are going absolutely fucking mental on each other. Like the hatred between college football fans is serious, and obviously with all the tapping up and all that stuff, he should walk out to the Pirates of the Caribbean theme wearing the eye patch. We're more likely to see that. We are more likely to see that. And I'm assuming that American colleges are insane the amount of money they generate. It is wild. Is it still a stage where none of the athletes get anything, like whatsoever? Is that still the state of play? Probably demonic garbage if it's modern rap. You're probably right, and that's why I don't listen to any of that shit. Sec football will either make or break your mental well-being. It's that serious, yeah? Rap God. I think I've heard of Rap God. I've never listened to it. I don't know. By the way, has musical gone on yet? Because I promised musical MMA a radio. I'm confused. Is telling? Oh, musical's on. All right, guys. Can we jump over to musical and just tell him that we're doing a raid? Just so he knows he's got some love up in here. I'm gonna throw it up in here. Jump over to musical MMA. I really appreciate every one of you scumbags for coming in here. If you're new in here, if you could please subscribe before I duck out and like the stream, I'd really appreciate it. I'm heading off to Spain, like I said, tomorrow morning, but I'm gonna jump on probably on Saturday night or Sunday night. We've got a video of all the creators coming up. We've got another one that's gonna be pretty good, so I think you guys will enjoy that. Yeah, I really appreciate every single one of you cunts. I really, really do. You guys are amazing. Sorry that it was a little bit of a short one today, but I need to throw musical some love, and also I need to finish up a few things before I fly tomorrow. So yeah, Crystal Miller's posted it in again. I'm just gonna hang on a second. Let me just make sure it's pinned. Hang on a minute, boys. I wasn't expecting such a an active stream today, and it's been a really nice one. So much love to all of you. It's been really chill today. I appreciate that top of New York. Appreciate that, Aaron. Yeah, do hit that like button on the way out. Head over to musical as well. I'm sure he'd really appreciate a late night boost from everyone. I appreciate that, Captain Deadpool. Thanks for turning up at the end there, brother. I really appreciate you. Guys, head over to musical MMA. Take it easy. I'll catch you all probably on Saturday night, Sunday night. All right, boys and girls, take it easy. Have a wonderful one.